Hello, Heather. Very good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, everyone.
Okay. Yeah. Well, all good. Thanks.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so I think we can get started there.
Okay, sure. Today we have, we are going to start the uh, practical sessions. Okay.
Okay.
So the very first thing, I hope that installation is done, right? Prerequisites for all the prerequisites.
Prerequisites are there actually. We have the Ubuntu system for all the days. So maybe we can get started with the installation.
Okay. Sure. So today, the very first thing is, if your Docker is there or not in your machine. Okay. So let me share my screen. Just allow me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. So the very first thing what we have to check it out is just type in your terminal Docker hyphen version. Docker space hyphen version. 1 minute.
Okay.
Docker hyphen version. So you should see some Docker version 20.110.110 or something like that, along with the build number.
So guys, do you have Docker installed on your system?
Yeah, it's
So what
If
is the
not,
version do you see?
20.10.7.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay. If you don't have, then I think I have given one document, right? That last time.
Yeah, earlier. Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. So if Docker is there, that's fine. Second thing is Docker compose. Type Docker hyphen compose version. Okay. So make sure you have 1.2.29.2 and
Composer OS.
yeah, and build should be something like that 5B EC EA. Okay. So Docker compose is also there.
Yes, but there is build unknown.
Okay, that can create problem later on. So let's do one thing. Let me give you the latest one. Okay. So Docker compose install Linux. Okay. So these are the commands. Just run these commands. Open your terminal and step by step run these commands. Actually, if we don't use the 1.29, then later on it will create problem.
Okay.
Okay. Just run these 3 commands and then check the version at the last. So version should come 1.29.
Okay. 1.29.
Yeah. So is it coming 1.29?
Guys, can you run and check what you are stating there?
Still, it is showing that build is unknown.
Okay. 1 minute. Let's install this first and then we'll install. So run this code first. And then again run the first C1. Okay, first install with the sudo rm user local bin docker compose. Then run this sudo curl. And in between, so after this sudo run rm, type sudo apt get update. Okay.
Maybe Anirudh, can you share your screen if that's possible?
Yeah, so if anyone who is trying,
Yeah.
let me stop sharing.
So Anirudh, can you share your screen and do the uninstallation of it first?
Actually, sir, I got kicked out of the meeting, so I didn't hear.
Okay, so basically we need to uninstall the Docker Composer first. So can you share your screen and run the command that the LHS shown?
Yes, one second.
Yeah.
Which commands are?
Let me give you the command.
You can ping that on chat.
So the command was this one.
Then again, install it.
Then again, first do the sudo apt update first. Okay. Then now run the first three commands.
This one, right?
Okay.
Hmm.
Now check the version. How it is coming on net login. Can you run this one also?
Which one?
Just and then check the version.
This one?
Yeah.
Failed to create symbolic link.
Okay.
File access.
Let's do one thing. Let's install the complete Docker. Okay. So just run this one. Able to locate package Docker engine. Take 1 minute. Let's do one by one then. Run it. Docker is installed, right?
Yes, Docker is installed.
Can you run Docker version? Okay. And if you do Docker and sudo Docker install, then what happens? Just type sudo Docker install. You have followed the same documentation, right? Which I have sent you.
Yes,
Uninstall,
this
uninstall.
the same.
Just give me 1 minute. Huh?
Yes.
Your Ubuntu is 20.04, right?
Yeah, 20.04.
Okay. For others also, are you getting the same kind of things?
Yes, sir.
No.
Is it working fine, Gayatri, for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are getting 1.29.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, 1 minute. Because sometimes what happens is this fabric network, it is built with, or it is developed with the 1.29. And problem is if you install the unknown build, then it will create problem later on. So better to figure out here itself.
Yeah, right.
So run this one. Okay. Now, so what? Can you open your terminal?
Yeah.
So you have one compose docker.io Python. Okay. So docker.io is there, right? And Docker engine. Okay. Run this now. Docker CE not there, right? Okay. Remove the Docker C and Docker engine. Let me modify it.
Get that command run.
After that, run this. If that doesn't work, run this particular command.
This one.
Try this one. Okay, Docker engine is also not there. Just remove the Docker engine and put only Docker. Sudo apt purge -y Docker. That's it. Remove Docker engine.
Just Docker.
Remove this Docker also.
Remove the last one.
Yes, run. Okay. Now run this auto remove. The last one. From here also we have to remove this Docker CE. Docker CE and Docker engine. Just remove it from the command. Docker CE and Docker engine. Run it. Done? Okay, it's taking some time. Huh?
Yes.
Let it complete. Okay. So
Yeah.
now run this 4 commands one by one.
No such file or directory.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Now let's go to the very first command for Docker installation. Okay. So the very first thing is type sudo apt get update. Sudo apt get update. Okay. Then run this. Then run this. Then this. Okay. Now again sudo apt get update. And this last one.
Yeah. Done.
Okay. Check the Docker version now. Okay. Fine. Now let's install the compose. Okay. So this is first command. This is second one. And then check out the version. Why it is in your system? Can you do one thing? Can you update your profile? Sudo and type something like this. Oh, sudo, no, just make it small letter. 1 minute. Profile. Oh, sorry, my bad. That it will be something like this: slash dot slash then profile. Something like this.
Permission.
Sudo, try with sudo.
I have to give the colon also or not?
Colon is not required actually. This
Command
is,
not.
let's do with the source. So instead of like this.
Yeah.
Now try your version.
Yes.
Now it is coming perfect. Okay, fine then. So
Yeah.
others are ready, right? Let me.
Yeah,
So
I
the
will
very
have to get it on my machine, but I will get that done.
Sure. Okay, no problem. So the very first thing what we have to understand here is so why we need Docker. Okay. So let me share my screen. We'll discuss about Docker first, and then we'll go to the practical part. So in the Hyperledger Fabric, the infrastructure which we are going to use, that is Docker. Okay. So Docker is an open platform. It is open source platform for developing, shipping, and running applications. Okay. So in the legacy days, or in the, let's say if you go back around 5 to 8 years back, then everything was running on the virtual machine. Nowadays also applications are running on virtual machines, right? But if you see, the main problem with the virtual machine is the installation and the running the application, right? Let's say if someone will tell you, okay, I will give you a virtual machine and just install or just deploy a Java application, okay, Java based application. So the very first thing what you have to do is you have to make your machine ready for the Java applications. You have to install Java SDK, JDK, various things you have to do instead, like to run your or deploy your application, right? But with the Docker, the same thing you can do within seconds. Okay, how? Docker says, okay, you just create your package. Okay, the infrastructure part I will take care. Okay, whatever dependencies, whatever libraries, packages, whatever required for your application, I will done it by myself. Okay, how? So basically so you if you sorry, this is 1 minute. If you just look at this diagram, okay, so this is a containerized applications we have, and we have virtual machine. Okay, so I just compare both the things so you will understand what is happening in the virtual machine and what is happening in the containerized applications, that is Docker. Okay, so we all have infrastructure. So infrastructure is your server. Okay, it can be your local laptop also, it can be your virtual server also. Okay, on the virtual machine we have hypervisor. Okay, that is the component which runs on the infrastructure. After that, your operating system will come. So it can be Linux, it can be Mac, it can be Windows, right? And on that operating system, your virtual machines will be there, and inside that your app A, B, C will be deployed. Okay, in the other hand, what we have is directly we will have the host operating system will not have a hypervisor. Okay, and on the operating system will install the Docker. Okay, so instead of installing your application directly on the operating system, we are going to use a additional layer of Docker, and then we are going to deploy our application. Okay, so what will be the advantages here? So the first advantage is you don't need to install your dependencies on your operating system. So let's say if you are deploying a .NET application, and you know, like to deploy a .NET application, you have to have Windows machine very first. Then after Windows machine, you have to install a dependency like .NET. There are multiple .NET dependencies are there, like .NET version, then other packages version, C# version, a lot of things are there. okay, which you have to install on your operating system directly on your operating system, right? But on the other hand, if you see the Docker, so you don't need to install anything on the on the operating system. Okay, so you have to just build your image. Okay, you have to build your code, and then directly from the code, whatever dependencies you mention over there in the configuration, those dependencies will be automatically installed in the Docker. Okay, so it makes our life easy. It makes developer or admin life easy to install or to deploy the applications. Okay. Now the one thing which come here is, so these are the reasons why we are using the Docker. So it enables more efficient use of system resources. Okay, so your system is there, and if you directly deploy your application on the virtual machine, then your system utilization would be more than 90%. Okay, most of the case it will be more than 90%. But if you use Docker, so Docker is like a, if you directly installing your application on the virtual machine or on the operating system, then what is happening is there will be multiple services are running, right? You will be having database service, you will be having whole lot of service. If you just if you have the Windows server, and if you open your Windows server services, you will find a lot of services which are unnecessary running. But on the other hand, if you use Docker, then only one service will be running for your application, that is Docker. That's it. Inside the Docker, other things will be running. So
yes,
just it enables more efficient ways, okay, how you can utilize your resources. And if in the other hand, if 100 services are running and only one service is running, you can figure out the performance which you will get with the one service, right? Then it enables the faster software delivery cycle. Okay, how? So getting a virtual machine, okay, procuring a virtual machine, and on that virtual machine installing your application. Okay, let's say you want to install a database, right? So to install a database, let's say SQL database is there. So the very first thing is what you have to do is you have to install the MySQL or SQL database on your operating system, right? To install a SQL database, okay, if you come from the that install, if you ever done that installation, you will know the pain of that installation. Okay, it will take a whole day to install a single software in your or single database in your operating system. Okay, I think Kiran, you might be knowing, if like whenever we install these kind of software, it will take like a whole lot of time, right?
Yeah, right.
So and on in the other hand, if you use Docker, okay, so the same SQL server or same SQL software you can install within seconds. Okay.
So does it create a kind of machine image and just replicate those
Yes,
while installation?
yes. So I'm coming to that. So what happens is, let's say a very simple example. Okay, so earlier days, like you must shop from Flipkart, Amazon, or Myntra, right? So these are the e-commerce websites and apps, right? So if you just go back 5 years, right? So that time, whenever let's say some sales are coming, right? Like a big billion sale or whatever sale are coming, that time generally we used to see, okay, whenever a sale start, let's say it is starting the night 12 a.m., right? So after 12 a.m., like 12.0102, that time, generally users will face some issues in the logging, in the like some users are getting logged out, right? So those kind of issues we see. Why we see? Because the user load is more, right? So the application which is designed for, let's say, 100 users, and suddenly if 1,000 users are coming, then of course the application will break, right? So some users will be getting out, some users will be logged out automatically. So those kind of issues we have seen. Or if you just go check out your IRCTC website, right? So what happens is whenever that window opens at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m., then we are like few people are getting logged out, few people are having issues in the logging, right? So why those kind of issues comes? Because they have designed their infrastructure for a certain amount of users. Okay, if a particular sale is there, and if they thought, okay, 1 lakh concurrent users will come, okay, at one point of time, but suddenly if the load is getting 5 lakhs or it is going to 10 lakhs, right, then of course system is can only handle 1 lakh, max it can be handle 1.5, but not more than that. Okay, at that time, if you want to scale your application, okay, let's say if users are coming, because ultimately you have to provide a good customer user experience, right? So because that is a minute time you will have that time, okay, whether you want to sustain that user or that customer, or you want to use that customer, right? Because if someone is getting logged out, he will be frustrated and he won't shop from your website, right? So there is a business loss. So if you want to increase or if you want to scale your application at that point of time with the virtual machine, it is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because if you start installing your application that time in on the virtual machine, that what will happen is it will take at least an hour or at least 2 hours. Okay, but with the Docker, that can be done within seconds. So that can be done automatically. Automatically, Docker can sense your user load, okay, and it will create the replica of same containers. Okay, so basically in the Docker we have containers and images. So containers are like a runtime environments. So let's say we are right now we are running 10 containers, and those 10 containers can take the load of 1 lakh users. Okay, so when the user count is going above 80,000, okay, by then that time it will create automatically new containers. It just replicate the containers. Okay, so it will replicate 2 more containers. Total 12 containers are there, right? So easily we can within the second automatically you can manage your application load. Okay, so that is why the very first thing is it delivers the faster software delivery. Okay, whenever it requires, and suddenly after 1 hour, if user load is getting down, okay, let's say on the peak it went to 10 lakhs, but suddenly it is getting down. Okay, that time if you are using virtual machine, then suddenly you cannot say, okay, I am not using this, so just delete this virtual machine, right? Because whatever money you have paid for the virtual machine, you have to pay for that. Okay, but in the container that is not the case. Okay, so in the container it is like automatically that the container will be deleted which are not in use. Okay, so that is how it works. Then enables the application portability. How application portability? The image which you are getting, let's say if you remember, or now also you must be having your test environment, dev environment, then production environment, and managing this kind of environment, it is a very challenging task, right? You must be going through with that. So if you use Docker, then same image, let's say if you are having if you created an image, if you have the code base of a test environment, if you want to just move that test environment to the production, okay, only few configuration change, and within second that your new image will be created and new image can be deployed on the production server, okay, within seconds. So that is the application portability. Any code you want to ship from one place to another, that can be shipped without any issues. Okay, then shines for microservices. Whenever you use microservices architecture, where like your services are loosely coupled meaning there is no hard dependency on a particular service.
Yes.
So let's say you are right now the application which we use, let's say Netflix or Prime Video, Flipkart, Amazon, right? So these applications are designed on the microservices. Okay, how it is designed on microservices? So they design in such a way that if a logging is not working, okay, let's say if logging people not getting login into the application, okay, so it is not like, okay, if logging is not working, then complete application is not working. It is not like that. If some users are already logged in, okay, so they won't get any issues. They will be continuous using the application. Okay, if you are watching some movies on the Netflix and suddenly on the Netflix some logging issues are coming, okay, So only that issue will come to the new user who is getting logged in at that particular time. Others who are already watching or already logged in, for them it is not an issue. Okay, because those services are loosely coupled. Okay, so that is why now right now every application is built upon the microservices architecture. Or on the second example, if I give, every application have payment services, right? Like your Amazon Prime, or let's say Prime Video or Netflix, they have the payment services also, right? So payment services is loosely coupled with the other services. So if payment is not working, it is not like your complete application will not work, only that part will not work. So if you want to purchase something or if you want to renew your subscription, only that part will not work. Okay, other application will run as it is running previously. Okay, so that is the microservices architecture example for you. So this is why we use Docker. Now in the Docker, two major things: Docker images and Docker containers. Okay, so Docker images, consider an example, like let's say if you have a laptop, and in that laptop you want to install the operating system, let's say Windows 10. Okay, so generally what we do is we have we should have the that operating system in a pen drive as an ISO file, or we should have in the DVD drive, right? That is how we install that operating system, correct?
Yes.
So what happens is that that image which you have, that that in the pen drive, the ISO file which you have, that is a golden copy. Like that copy you can install on single laptop also, you can install on 100 laptops also, right? So there is no change on that pen drive, right? On the pen drive file there will be no change, but the same pen drive you can install on multiple laptops. So what exactly you are going to do is you are going to create a runtime environment into the laptops, right? So consider that ISO file inside the pen drive, that is your image. Okay, so Docker images is something like that only. You write your code, package inside the Docker image. Okay, that is your golden copy. Now that copy you can so from that copy you can create multiple runtime environments. Okay, so same way, like your Windows 10 ISO file you can install on multiple laptops. Similar way, same image can be can create multiple runtime environment. So that runtime environment we call it as a container. Okay, so image is your golden copy, your main code base. From image you can create the containers. So containers will be your runtime environments. Your application will run on the container. Okay, so this is the image and the container. Clear?
Yes.
So moving on, next let's do some practicals now. So while we run this, or will learn the Hyperledger Fabric, so the very first thing is we should have some hands-on on the Docker also.
Okay. Yes.
We have some basic commands, so you have to have, like, just try to remember these commands, because what will happen is this is on daily basis you are going to use these commands. Okay, so let's have some hands-on. So I have this document, so I have given you the commands in the document. So let's open your terminal. The very first command is, so I will type the command here. So the very first command is docker ps. Let me clear this out. Okay, so the very first command is docker ps. So docker space ps. So as you know, like we have images and the containers. Okay, so if you want to get the list of running containers, okay, running containers only, so you just type docker ps. If in your system any container is running, then you will get the list of running containers. Okay, right now you can see in my screen I don't have any running containers. Okay, so there is no container running in my system. In your machine also, just check out if you have any containers running. Just type docker space ps. If you get
So
any,
container, there could be multiple container in one Docker installation, and one container will have one image, OS image associated with it, right? And it can be anything,
huh,
or
huh,
each of them will be the unique one.
so see what happens is, um, like if you have the laptop, right? So in your laptop you can have multiple operating system, right?
Yes.
So similar way, images are there. Multiple images can be there in your machine, and
Mm-hmm.
from those images you can create multiple containers. So
Okay.
let's say only name should be different. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So here, let's say I just want to create have the database image of SQL or any other database. So I can create multiple n number of containers from single image.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing is, are you getting any permission denied error while running Docker space PS?
Yeah, it was giving, but
Hmm.
I gave it the permission, so it is not giving now.
Okay. Yeah. So on the main document, which I have shared earlier, okay, in that document, there are steps. Let me open that. So if you are getting a permission denied error, okay, so then what you have to do is, so you have to run this 4 commands one by one. Okay. Then log in, log out and log in again in your Ubuntu. Then you should not get the permission denied error. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So the very first thing, I have the Docker PS, which will show me, okay, running containers. Now, right now I don't have any running containers. So what I will do is I will pull one image from the Docker Hub. So you must be using version control for your codes in your organization, right? Like the
Yeah.
GitHub or
Yeah. We use
GitLab.
Git. Yes.
Yes. So similar way, so GitHub is for your codes, right? Similar way, we have the Docker Hub. So Docker Hub is for the Docker images. Okay, that is the version control for Docker images. So Docker Hub. Let's mean hub.docker.com. So this is the portal. Okay, here if you click on explore, and so here you will get the complete list of images, official images. So right now this is the count available images. Okay, so that is 6,59,688.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these are the images available, publicly available images on the Docker Hub. Okay.
So like Git, we have GitHub where we have public and private repository. So is there the same case with Docker Hub? Are there any
Yes.
private images as well
Yes.
that we
Yes.
don't
So
have?
yes. So let me sign in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if you write your application for your code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for that, you want to package that code. You want to create an image. Okay. And on your private environment, you want to install or you want to run that Docker image, and you want to create the containers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So so right now, if you see, this is the 2 images I'm having.
Mm-hmm.
So these
are
images,
the private ones.
Yeah, private one.
Okay.
So one is private, one is public. You can see here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, with the I think basic plan, we get only 1 or 2 private. That is some it's just like your for developers it is free, for teams it is like you have to pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's simple. So but it has the private and public, both the things. Okay.
Yeah.
So now in the documentation, if you see, I want to download Docker image of Postgres. Okay. And version is 9.6. So let's search here. Let's go to explore and Postgres. Okay. So this is the official image of Postgres database. Okay, so what I will do is I will run docker pull Postgres. So if you want to download any image from the Docker Hub into your system, you have to use docker pull and your image name. So it is using default tag as a latest. So every image will come with a version number.
Yes.
Okay, just like your operating system has the specific version number, right? So like that, your image will also have the version number. Okay, so by default, if you don't give any version number, then it will get the latest, whatever latest version is there. It will just pull that image with that version.
So the latest, you mean the LTS one?
Yes. So it is downloading the images from the Docker Hub. Okay, and the image name is Postgres. And once it is downloaded in my system, then I can create a container out of that. Okay, so it says downloaded newer images for Postgres latest. Okay, now I want to create a container. To create a container, you have to run docker run. Then since it is a database, so I will give the database password, a variable, and the image name. So docker run -e Postgres password and the image name. Okay, so let's run it.
So pull will just pull that image on the container, or it will install Postgres as well
So
at the same time?
the pull will download, it will pull the image from the Docker Hub and it will download on your laptop.
Okay.
Okay, so it is just like, okay, like let's say you want to use the Microsoft Office. Okay, so if you just put the Microsoft Office in your like if you just install the Microsoft Office in your laptop, you're not going to use, or you won't be able to use the Word. So if you want to use the Word, then what you have to do is you have to open the Word and then create a document, right?
Okay.
Similar way, when I downloaded the image from the Docker Hub, it is just downloaded, it is not running right now. To run the image, you have to use docker run and the image name. So one runtime environment will be created, just like from your Microsoft Office. If you want to create a document, you have to just run Microsoft Word, right? So a runtime environment of that application is created and it is running. That's the reason, or that is why you can create a document. All right, very similar to that. So now you can see database system is ready to accept connection. Okay, so how much time it took for me to create a database for Postgres? Minutes, right?
Yeah.
But the same thing if you want to do on the, so let me give you the, let's say install Postgres SQL on Ubuntu. Okay, so you have to follow these many steps. Okay, so you have to do this one, then this one, then it will be installed. Okay, and it will be installed on your Ubuntu system. Here you are not installing on Ubuntu, you are installing on the Docker. Okay, so directly you have to just pull the image, run the image. That's it. Your whatever database or application or whatever code you want to run, that will be run very, very quickly. Okay. Similar way, let's say you want to run the SQL server. Okay, so here let's search for SQL. So let's say we have MySQL, right? So this is Ubuntu MySQL, right? So this, let's pull this. So let me just shut down this and let's pull this Ubuntu MySQL. So let it download and extract. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, it is 1 minute. It is using version of MySQL beta. Okay, so let's put it. Let test. Test. Okay. Sorry. 8 is also there. So here, my database is running now. Or if you want to just check it out, then I just remove the -d from here. So 1 and just remove the -d. Okay. 1 minute. So this is the problem, like you cannot run 2 containers with the same name or on the same port. Okay, so now you can see your database is running now. Okay, so this is like this is how you can run a MySQL server database also in your Docker. Okay, it is very easy actually. Okay, now let's open the new terminal. Okay, now run the Docker ps. Check out. Are you able to see any container in your system? You just run this.
Are you
this
saying
command.
that?
Yeah, just run this Docker, run this one, Postgres. Okay, so like this, and you should see something like this.
That is from the container. MySQL container.
Yes, MySQL container or any container. Okay, the
Any
idea
container.
is when you run the Docker ps, you should see some containers are running. In my system, I have three containers. Okay, which is a Postgres and 2 MySQL. Okay, in your machine, if you are not running MySQL, that's fine. At least one container should be there, Postgres.
Is it possible to install Postgres as well as MySQL in one single container? We'll have to get OS installed first on that.
No. See, you can connect the 2 containers. Okay, but these containers are, see, like you cannot install 2 software inside one, right? Similar way, this will like your containers or images are there. So images are like your complete code. Okay, let's say if you want to run with this Ubuntu. Okay, so Ubuntu alone will be there. Like only Ubuntu you will have. You will not like if you want to combine Ubuntu and Windows, so that will not happen, right?
Okay, but if we install one Ubuntu on one container, and then on that Ubuntu installation, we can install Postgres and MySQL both.
That can be done. Okay. So, but you cannot combine 2 things. That is not possible.
Different. Yeah.
So basically, what will happen is let's say you are using multiple databases for your application. One database is Postgres, one database is MySQL. Okay. So 2 separate containers will be running. Okay, and you can run these 2 containers on the same network, so that they can exchange the data. Okay, so that can be done, right?
Yes.
So now you can see this is a Postgres and this is a, now let's say you want to check out all the containers, whether it is stopped or whether it is running. Okay, you want to have the complete list. So you have to run docker ps-a. So you will get the list of all the containers which are available in your system. So in my system, you can see these 3 containers are stopped. Okay, and this is only created, right? So I will get all the complete list basically. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So docker ps only running containers, docker ps-a only get the complete list, running, stop, everything.
Okay.
Okay. Now moving to the next one. Now let's try to run this docker run redis. Run this docker run redis in your system.
Try running it, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one question. If we want to run a Postgre command, so we need to attach Docker first, then Postgre command, or we simply run Postgre command directly.
No, every time you have to use docker keyword and then your command. Okay. So now you can see when I run docker run redis. Okay. So when you run directly docker run, and first it will check whether redis image is available in your laptop or not. Okay. If it is not available, then it will pull from the docker hub. Okay. Then it will create the container, and then that container will be running here.
What does this Redis does?
So Redis is a database. Again, a database.
Redis database. Oh, yes.
Database. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you can directly run the container. Okay. So your system will check whether it is available or not. If it is not available, directly it will pull from the Docker hub and they run. Okay. Now on the step number 5 or command number 5, if you want to run with a proper version, specific version. Okay. So like this, you can just give the version. And when you give this version, your container will be created with a specific version. Okay. Then we have the docker ps and docker ps-a. So that we already have seen. Okay. Next one is docker stop and docker start. Okay. So basically, if you just, so here, let me open a new terminal. Okay. Just do docker ps. So in my system, I have these 4 containers. I have the container ID at the beginning, if you see here. Right? Can you see that?
Yes.
So if you want to stop a particular container, so you have to type docker stop in the container ID. So I want to stop this Redis, which is running on port number 6379. So let's run this. Now do the docker ps again. You will find only 3 containers running. Okay. Now if you want to start again, same container. So you have to just type docker start and the container ID. Now check the docker ps. You will find 4 containers are running. Okay. So yeah. So till now, step number 9 we have completed. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow or Monday. Sorry. From step number 10. Okay. Meanwhile, you also just try to run these commands. Okay. If you understand, very good. If any doubts are there, we'll try it again and then I will solve those doubts.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And at the end, we'll create or we'll try to start these 2 applications. These are a Docker based application.
Mhm.
okay, on Monday.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So you already have shared these links, right?
Yes, document I have shared. Let me share one more time.
Okay.
This is the document. So my suggestion would be at least run this 22 commands. Okay. And if you face any issues, we can have those discussions.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's it I have.
Okay. Okay then. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks
Thanks for
everyone.
your time. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank